Hi friends, host Eric here. Let's talk about famous people. And what you see here is my breakdown of various ENTPs associated with talking with famous people. Okay, so I don't know. I wanted to make this video because I've seen so many ENTPs come in to the community, come in like a ton of bricks, and then go, oh, that's not really. I gotta think and reset here because I walk in with certain assumptions and behave as though certain things that typically are implicit to communities are implicit here, and they're not necessarily. So Keegan's coming around. I appreciate him coming around. I'm listening to him interact with Kaizo and such, and I'm struck by FE stage development thing. Kaizo kind of came in stage 2, and he's gone up to stage 3. Now, here's what I want to say with these stages. I've decided and arbitrarily to say there's basically 4 FE stages that every person has, every ENTP has. Stage 1 is childhood, where whatever. Stage 2 is adolescence, young adulthood. It's a stage where you're clumsily wielding the FE in whichever manner is your prescribed manner, uh, insofar as you understand sometimes less well than observers what you're trying to do with your FE, and you understand less well than you ought how others understand what you're trying to do with your FE and what makes them understand them. So that changes as soon as you come around here. You start optimizing because I do things like make videos like this that say, okay, here's reality, and here's what you can do about it, or whatever. I don't know. The thing is, it happens quick. People don't stay in stage 2 around here very long. All right, let's look at it. Trenton, Kaizo, Nick, Keegan, Taylor, Audra, Ace, Tiffany, Delilah, Shane, Poppy, Pepsi, not host Mark. That banjo dude, the name I think is also Mark, maybe? I forget what his name is. The guy that played the banjo song. He came to my house, but I don't remember what his name is. And me, host Eric. So, concern. I basically said the FE concern is, I took this from Nick, confidence or warmth. Like, are you FE mostly concerned about displaying confidence or warmth? Trenton, competence, Kaizo, competence, Nick, competence, Keegan, competence, Taylor, competence, Audra, competence, Ace, alternating. The only one I couldn't make a really clear decision on. Tiffany, competence, Delilah, warmth, Shane, warmth, Poppy, competence, Pepsi, competence, not host Mark, competence, Banjo Dude, warmth, me, warmth. That's why I'm concerned about developing more now. I think I just feel as though I understand that displaying competence or displaying warmth has this quality of diminishing returns that once people perceive you as competence, they don't need further competency display. I feel as though my display provides ample competence in its projection, so I need to project more warmth. Kind of an intellectual decision on my part, but also why it's a stage 4 thing for me. What your stage is going to display as is going to depend on your approach. As a positional person, what that means is basically oppositional. It's saying I want, by nature, to position myself as one up over you. Who shares with me this quality? Nick, Keegan, Tiffany. Tiffany's the most positional. Um, Pepsi, although he handles that positional aspect in a very different way. In other words, he tries to co-opt the beta label. He's the alpha of betas, right? He's got his approach to the FE thing. And so for me, becoming less oppositional in my positional quality, in other words, trying to become constructive instead of positional, is my stage 4 positionality. Um, Constructive means people are genuinely trying to INTP style come up with answers that stick a little bit more. I think that Trenton and Kaizo fall in that quality. I think that Delilah and Shane fall in that quality. They're what you'd call inherently nice. Now, Trenton doesn't display as particularly nice all the time because he's not at the stage of constructiveness that gets away, that moves away from the contradictory aspects of things. But I still don't see him as fundamentally positional. I see him as having more self-certainty than that. Positional people have less self-certainty. They seek to define themselves by establishing position over others in general. Risk avoidant ones: Taylor, Audra, Poppy, Not Host Mark, Banjo Dude. They're the ones who tend to display most successfully in terms of what they're hoping to convey. In other words, their FE is most polished. That doesn't necessarily mean it's the best, right? Like, you can have level 4 risk avoidant FE and make almost no social mistakes, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's preferable to a level 3 FE stage of something that's constructive that might make more social mistakes but also accomplish more social positives. So, remember, the stage is internal and specific to the FE approach. It's not something that you can compare across approaches, really. And if you do, it might produce results that are contrary to the implication that a higher stage is better. Alright, I also put down here the subtype, I think, for each of the types. I've got Trenton, Kaizo, Keegan, Poppy, Pepsi, Banjo Dude, and Not Host Eric as being NE subtypes. That is to say, mostly about the ideational aspects of things. Now, Nick is a tricky one. I almost want to put him as NE as well. I put him as FE because all of his ideation is wrapped in so much FE swaddle. Not all of it, a lot of it. He's super aware of the FE stuff. The other FE subtypes I put down here: Ace, Tiffany, Delilah, Shane, the ones who are very concerned about managing perceptions, or at least about, I guess, not necessarily managing perceptions inherently. There tend to be ones who are more concerned about the merry aspects of the communicative process. And then as far as the TI types, we've got Taylor, Audra, Not Host Mark, and I mean, to be honest, I tend to think of those TI subtypes as also being the smartest of the ENTPs. So, there you have it. The unvarnished truth about my opinions about everybody's ENTP-hood. Hope you enjoyed it. Let's see if it starts some conversations.